My name is Louis Mondor. I used to be a teacher when I first started out my working life. I was a teacher at Fordham University in Bronx, New York, and also Anna Maria College in Worcester. I taught theology because I was a Roman Catholic through and through. So why would I be teaching a course about reincarnation? The answer, briefly, is that I had a life-changing experience. This happened about 10 or 11, 12 years ago. I was shopping at a grocery store, and I was a new clerk that had been hired, and it was a young woman. And I, said hello, and I bantered back and forth with her. And very early on, as I continued to shop there, I found that I had a very powerful sense of déjà vu, as they say in French. The feeling that I knew this person. Powerful. It wasn't just a fleeting thing. It was very powerful. It was it kind of gripped me. So I began reading. I read theology books often, and I decided to pick up a book, and it was about life's journey. And all of a sudden, I came to a page, and the word reincarnation was there. And I got to tell you, that word leaped off the page. It just grabbed me almost by the throat. There it was. This is so contrary to all of my thinking, all of my upbringing, my whole worldview. Some part of me was rebelling about this. I just didn't want to embrace it. I didn't want to even think about it too much. And yet, on the other hand, I wanted to know more somehow about this. I was so intrigued. And I finally decided to do something I thought I would never do in my entire life. I called a hypnosis in Albany who did past life regression hypnosis. And I talked to her for half an hour on the phone. I wanted to be sure I was going to do the right thing to make an appointment with her. And she convinced me to come down and says, why don't we try it? So I went down there. And long story short, it took me a while to get clear the fog in my mind and my mind's eye. And suddenly the fog dissipated. She said, what year is it? And I said, I don't know. And I kept telling her I don't know. She says, well, can you give me a decade? And then suddenly 1840 popped into my view. I said, I think it's the 1840s. Now all the fog had cleared. So anyway, she said to me after talking to me about where I was and describing the area and so on, she said, is this building in front of you, is this your home? I said, I think it is. She says, I want you now to walk up to that red door, open it, and enter your home. And I did. I walked up again in my mind's eye. And I opened the door and I walked in, and then I had the shock of my life. There, standing a few feet away from me, holding some flowers in her hand, was the woman that I had known at the grocery store. Now, she didn't look exactly the same, but very close. She still had black hair, she had brown eyes, and she gave me a big smile. You can imagine my entire worldview came crumbling down like a house of cards. Everything was beneath my feet, and I thought, my entire concept of what life was all about changed very, very dramatically. And then I became a passionate reincarnation reader. I read and read and read and read and read dozens and dozens. I bought books. I looked at videos. I did so many things. Then I said, you know what? I have to teach this. I have got to teach this because this is so incredibly interesting. I've got to teach. I've got to share this experience with other people. And that's where my course came from. Did I talk too long? I probably did.